As always, it is so great to have you here, and I hope you're staying safe and healthy out there. Anyways, today we're making a classic Spanish fish recipe that truly represents the Spanish kitchen. We're talking Bacalao al Pimentón. This dish is basically cod fillets that you fry in extra virgin olive oil until they're golden fried, and then you finish them off with some boiled potatoes and a delicious paprika-based sauce that truly takes this to the next level of goodness. Folks, we're talking a ton of great flavors, super easy to make, and all done in just 30 minutes. All right, let's begin by getting our ingredients ready. I'm going to cut 2 medium-sized potatoes that have been peeled, washed, and patted dry, each one to half-moon shapes that are 1 centimeter thick, which is between 1/4 to 1/2 inch. For this recipe, important to use potatoes that are a bit more waxy than starchy, as they hold their shape better when they're being boiled. I'm using Yukon Gold, but you can always use new potatoes, red potatoes, or even Golden Delight. Then we'll add the sliced potatoes into a stock pot, and you want to make sure they're all in a flat layer. And fill it with some water, just enough to barely cover the potatoes. We'll also add in 3 cloves of garlic, season generously with sea salt, and add in 2 bay leaves. And we'll turn it up to a high heat. While the potatoes are cooking, let's start making our fish and paprika sauce. I'm going to heat a fry pan with a medium heat and add in 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. While the oil is heating, I'm going to crack in 1 large egg into a bowl, season it with sea salt and black pepper, and whisk it together. And we'll also add in 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour into a separate bowl, which is 30 grams. Then we'll add in 2 cod fillets over some paper towels and pat them completely dry. The size of the fillets I'm using are 7 ounces, which is 200 grams each. And I'm using cod here that I bought frozen and thawed out, but you can also use the fresh stuff here, as well as any other type of firm white fish. And we'll season the fillets with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper, and you just have to do this on one side. Then we'll coat each fillet first in the all-purpose flour, and then in the egg wash. And finally, we'll add the fillets into the fry pan with the hot olive oil. And we're just going to go for about 2 minutes per side here until the cod fillets are lightly golden fried. At this stage, you don't have to fully cook them through. After a total cooking time of 4 minutes on the fillets of cod and they're lightly golden fried, once again you don't have to fully cook them here, we'll remove them from the pan and set them aside. Now, using the same pan with the same heat, I'm going to add in 1 small onion that I finely chopped and 3 cloves of garlic that I roughly chopped. And we'll mix the ingredients around continuously, that way they all evenly saute. After 2 to 3 minutes, and the onion is lightly translucent, we'll add in 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, which is 8 grams. And we'll continue to mix this and go for another 1 to 2 minutes here. This is enough time to cook off the flavor in the raw flour, that way it doesn't overpower the sauce. After cooking the flour for about 2 minutes, I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of white wine, which is 120 milliliters. If wine is not your thing, you can substitute this for 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, which is 30 milliliters. We'll also add in a generous teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 3 grams, 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme, which is 1/2 gram, and season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed, and then simmer it for a few minutes. As always, the Spanish paprika I'm using is from Kiva. Link where you can get some in the description box below, and if you buy it from that link, you'll also get 25% off your order. After about 3 minutes, and the alcohol has been cooked off in the wine, I'm going to add in 1 cup of fish broth, which is 240 milliliters. You can also use chicken broth here, or even vegetable broth if you like. Either way, link where you can get the Spanish fish broth I'm using in the description box below. And we're going to continue to mix this between 3 to 4 minutes until we end up with a slightly creamy sauce. After 3 to 4 minutes, And we've ended up with a slightly creamy sauce. We'll add the cod fillets back into the pan. And we're going to simmer this for about 5 minutes. This is enough time for those cod fillets to be fully cooked through and to absorb all the flavors in the pan. Okay, let's move back to the stock pot. After cooking the potatoes for about 20 minutes, they should be perfectly cooked through. You know, you can always pierce them with a toothpick just to ensure they're done. At this point, I'm going to start transferring them directly from the stock pot into a dish. And you know, I like to reserve some of that water we cooked the potatoes in, just in case that paprika sauce dries up or it gets too thick. Add in a couple tablespoons and it'll bring it back to life. After simmering the fish fillets for about 5 minutes, they should be perfectly cooked through. At this point, let's start assembling our dish. I'm going to add in some of the boiled potatoes into a serving plate. Add one of the cod fillets over the potatoes. And drizzle some of the sauce over the fish and potatoes. And for the final touch, we'll sprinkle it with some chopped fresh parsley. Check it out, Bacalao al Pimentón. Beautiful presentation, super easy to make, and all done in just 30 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, Bacalao al Pimentón, truly what the Spanish kitchen is all about. Here we go. That is absolutely bussin'. That's a word my daughter just taught me, Valentina, which I think means cool. Correct me if I'm wrong in that. Seriously though, that cod just melts in your mouth. The outer crust gives it such a great flavor. The potatoes add texture, and that paprika sauce taking this to the next level. Serve this dish next to a crunchy baguette, and of course a bottle of Spanish red wine, but more specifically a Gran Reserva from Rioja. You're gonna have yourself one heck of a fabulous meal. Real quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Martin Giddings, Araminda Garimea, Robert Manahan, and Hollis Helmichi. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below. And as always, don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego.